But here's what we're afraid of. Let's do the math, shall we? Crystal Sphere, it is about where we thought it, 102. I thought it was high 90s, low hundreds. Unfortunately, everything in the Annihilator spellbook is scary. We're slightly better off for the sorcerers than we normally are because we have corrosion resistance is probably the right word to use there. So what do we wish to do? We could start fighting here. What did they just try and do? Did they try and paralyze me or something? I should know that's never gonna work, right? But here's what we're gonna do. We're going to Condenser Vein. I think there's a decent amount of experience arrayed before us here, so that'll pretty much recharge itself. And ideally do a lot of the heavy lifting along the way. Okay, Annihilator's dead, which is good, but not enough. I think we're faster than the Blade Masters, so we can run away, which is a rarity. Normally that's not something we're at liberty to do in this final section of Elf. So that's pretty sweet. 52% chance to hit these Sons of Guns. That's honestly better than we're normally seeing here as well. What a day it is. Oh, and they're both alive. Holy crap. Wait a second. Stop that. The being alive thing, that is. Don't do that. Do we wish to continue fighting here? I guess we can do some quick maths, shall we? Blade Master deals 50 damage plus their weapons. I think they both just have regular rapiers here, at the very least. Beautiful. So that's what? That's like 6-8 damage, something like that. So that's 62, 64. But they'd have to hit with 4 different attacks. And if we look one more time, 24% chance to hit us is pretty sweet. Last but not least, it's a 3d18, 3d22 for Corrosive Bolt. But we're resistant at least, so that won't deal quite as much damage as it might otherwise be expected to, which is very nice. Do these things have armor? They do have a little bit. So I was thinking about the Tremor Stones here, just finishing everything off with this. We could still use it. Ideally finishes off both the Blade Masters. Oh, we'll get hit too, and we don't have great armor ourselves, so that was potentially an important thing to make note of before we chose the strategy moving forward. But here we are. I think I can outpace this son of a gun. Come on, 52%, 50% shot. I just flip a coin. There we go, finally. And that's not who we want to fight here. Then that's exactly why. Gosh darn it. Quite annoying to fight these Sons of Guns. We're almost better off just, I think, charging forward to kill them instead of doing this weird leapfrog thing where I'm almost killing an Earth Elemental just in time for our escape to be blocked off by a different one. But there we go, finally. Finally make some headway. Fortunately, all these elves are slow as dirt, so we don't have to worry too much about that. Also, nope, definitely focus down the wizard. Fantastic. Still hearing rumbling, that's from this son of a gun. Wait, there's a demonologist up there somewhere? Really? Oh, there they are. Hello. Still annoying, but potentially less so than what we're currently struggling against. Might just have to kill this one big old demon buddy, then we can focus on what's important here. Never mind, we'll apparently just miss all of our targets and instead hit the summoner. Fantastic, that's beautiful. Now we've definitely made some headway without even having to call in the rest of the squad. We should switch back to our crossbow, since we have so many more crossbow bolts than anything else. Condenser Vein is not back online yet, I do believe it should be on its way. That didn't work quite how I was hoping. Oh wow, but our zombie buddy's actually doing better than expected. Which, I mean, they killed even a single enemy, so that's very impressive. So the Sysfix, please get out of here. You're electrical, so our crossbow is just doing bare minimum against you. Oh no, there was unexplored territory. Should have explored this area before unleashing the denizens of the vault upon the world, but I guess this is cool too. It is what it is at the very least. Oh, we can potentially get more bodies. More bodies for our fair use here. And that's getting a bit closer. I guess there are still some more of these unexplored sections of the map, but in general, there we go. Oh, we have no poison resistance. Right. Well, we definitely don't want to get into melee range with this son of a gun, but fortunately, we don't have to. The Crystal Spear, of course, is a very low-ranged spell, and so we can rely on that to potentially make our lives a little bit easier. Tormentors are quite the opposite of what I was just mentioning. They make our life so much more annoying. I don't even think, can you even kill me yourself? 8 damage. Wow. But that half healthing is so brutal when we're already sitting at a low total. There we go. Apparently it just despawns before we even get to the stage where it's okay. Also, holy cow, that's quite the force. It's a shame we can't bring you all with me. But even just, oh geez, let's not drop anything by accident. Even just reducing the vault by all of these kind of very scary members of the troop is great. This is why we don't spam auto attack. So you can just kill me potentially, eh? That's cool. At least they won't toss damnation if I stand next to them, I don't think. Because that's like a 50% shot to just murder us on sight here. I'm worried that they're going to do it anyway. They're going to take one for the team and go out in a blaze of glory. Because I know monsters occasionally decide to do that on their own. Is it at all less risky for me to use like an ice blast and hope that we one-shot you? You're probably sitting at like 15, 20 health, somewhere in that range. Really good odds that we kill you, but not at all guaranteed. I can't blink out of here though. So I think we're just gonna have to cross our fingers on this one. I'm gonna step towards them. Bolts can miss us, damnation cannot, so that's a good deal. You have a bow for sure. How much damage do you do with it? 21, and it'll be plus like a short bow. Ideally just a regular old short bow. Because after we kill the wizard, I think this archer is taking a pot shot at us. And we are faster at least. So we can run away. Let's blast you. Then run. Just run. Get the heck out of here. Okay, not at all deserved to survive that situation. There we go. The silence stop him, that was actually probably a better strategy. My strategy still had risk involved, but yes, dropping a silence would have been a much better decision, I feel, there overall. So it would stop them from casting anything. We wouldn't have had to dodge the corrosive bolt by sheer chance. So that would have been nice. Also, hold up, I'm in danger of falling under the exact same circumstances. Also, oh my gosh, it's Arga. Oh, why do I finally get Arga on this character who's not using melee damage at all? No. One of these days I'll get to use Arga, a deserving character. Sorry though, I meant to check sign here. Hurl Damnation, range of 6. So if we keep them at the edge of our sight like this, What are they gonna do about it? That does the trick. If they're hasting, that's slightly more difficult to do. They'll, I think, move just at the same speed as us, something like that. Oh, but if they want to cross the distance right next to me, okay, that's cool. And this is why centaurs were removed. The kiting is just too strong, eh? Definitely is a little unreasonable in general, especially since centaurs didn't have all the downsides that we're currently struggling against to offset it. But, we could take Arga as a more permanent solution. Wait, where did I kill that? Did I already pick it up and I just wasn't paying attention? Inventory. No. Did you pick it up? You did. I have a zombie with Arga? That seems interesting. Zombie friend, please join the fight here. I wonder if that will be as useful in the hands of our foes as it is when we have gotten it in the past. Definitely one of the nicest weapons in the game here. At least for like an extended run or anything like that. That is pretty awesome. How many bodies do we leave here? None. Okay. Good to know. Master Archer is going to be a little bit more of a struggle than we've been dealing with lately. If just because they have decent accuracy, decent avoidability themselves, so it's hard for us to get our hits to land. But maybe zombie with Arga? Nope. Nope, zombie with Arga is just gonna die. That's a shame. In that case, let's just go back to our duel here, shall we, friend? There we go, finally. And we just went through this. Oh, apparently it's not going to be quite as painful this time around. That's nice. And similarly, let's just keep our distance as much as possible. I don't mind you throwing your long-range bolts at me as long as we're not getting any crystal spears directly to the gullet. I think we'll be okay. We sit in a decent spot. Like there. That was a crystal spear. Whoops. My bad. Oh my gosh, is that another fancy sling? What the heck? Well, I'm very glad that we ended up pivoting back into slings. +4 Fustabalis Flame. Lose willpower is not a huge deal for us. We're already sitting so peachy in that regard that it doesn't make too much of a difference, but unfortunately I don't think that this Fustabalis quite makes the cut to swap off from our current strategy, because we have the +5 electric, hitting once per turn, 12 damage, +5 to hit. This has worse base accuracy, but quite a bit. Not better base damage either, so that's too bad. So yeah, that's definitely just gonna have to sit here and gain some more rust. Hopefully the next adventurer that comes down this way feels differently than I. At least for the sake of a poor artifact there. Let's see, what can I get rid of? ID scrolls. And now we finally have finished off our evocable collection. Besides the Zom chest piece, but we don't talk about those here. And that should be good. Ooh, Manual of Fighting. It's kind of nice for the future, the end part of our run. In fact, I should probably check in general with everything. Transmutations is almost at the cap that we were sending it to. Same with Earth Magic. I think it was 16 and 10 respectively, right? They were. So let's see. Statue form, how we looking? 17%, that is actually very much good enough for me. Very cool. Also, why is everyone sleeping on training day? They're all just hanging out with the training dummies, but sleeping? Bit of a strange look, but I guess I won't question too much. What do I know after all? To each their own. If you have some kind of training regime for your archery that lets you become a master archer, then maybe I'm just the dumb one here. Yeah, kill the training dummies. Nobody likes dummies anyway. And beauty. That should be just about it. So I'm going to not learn from my previous mistake, and I'm instead just going to spam the auto attack key again. I don't see how this could possibly go wrong again. And before Sorcerer pops out with some damnation, of course. But there we go. Absolutely fantastic stuff. So now, I think we are officially ready to head back to the Abyss once and for all. Let's figure this stuff out, shall we? So I want to go to Depths 3. I think I have to go through Depths 4 to get there. Oh no, just to get to the gate, right? That's what it was last time. But that should be A-okay. No, take me here. Yes. Beauty. We're also lucky that we haven't run into Boris at all. Kind of forgot that was an eventuality that we were very much in danger of anytime that we did this little hop and pop between the floors. You want that vampire? Come here. You're coming with us, friend. So before we get ready to hop into this portal of violent energies that are twisting, let us do some inventory management. Rain Cold, Sayonara. Magic mapping, maybe not in the same pile because I'll forget about it, but down here, let's put magic mapping. Fog might be useful, teleport might be useful. Torment, you wouldn't think would be that useful, but it could be, theoretically, so we'll keep it. Attraction, kind of hate. Charming. Charming I probably just don't want in general, so we can throw that trash on the floor. 3 slots, that might be good enough. I think we're in a decent spot. But real quick, before we head into the Abyss to try our best to scrounge up that 3rd rune here, I'm going to run out, grab a refill from my glass, and then we'll be ready to hop into it. So I'll be back in about 30 seconds here. Stick around, and I'll see you right away. See ya. Chair gaming indeed, yes. I hope, as always, hope that the chair is entertaining on my way out. Bath cow here as well. Always hoping that they can carry the stream on their shoulders, just in case I have to run out for emergency. It's happened before in the past. But okie dokie. Let us get ready to do this. Again, it's only after I sit back down that I realize standing up to get a drink was a great opportunity to actually potentially stretch a little bit, so let's take a brief moment to add that onto the to-do list, and then, now we're ready to hop into the Abyss here, and hopefully make it through in one piece. Would be nice. Yeah, spam the bath cows in chat. The veritable army. But okie dokie. Let's do this. Oh. The vampire does not come with. Huh. And of course it's a star that we run into. Do you know what? This was the wrong direction. Let's go right. I feel much better about this. Oh my gosh, and we immediately find a gate leading down. I guess I kind of have to thank that wretched star, right? Kind of set me off in the right direction, put my feet on the path. Gateway leading out. No thank you. More gateways leading out. Always exits when you don't need them, eh? I'm sure we'll be desperately hoping and wishing to see one of those in just few mere moments here, but okie dokie. For the time being, let's just carefully crawl our way through. I just forget that the slowest part about the Abyss, and in fact to some degree, the worst part of the Abyss for me, is just the tedium of having to manually move. I'm so lazy these days, I've gotten so used to the fact that Auto Explorer has our back. We didn't kill you. No, we did not. We just shoved you around the corner. Perfect. Perfect. Can take a few turns here. Let's even pick up half the supply so we don't leave them behind. And I'm really liking this this apportation to recollect all of our ammo. That's super nice. And 9th Auto Explorer is why you don't play a lot of other roguelikes. I can definitely see that. After being spoiled by DCSS, I don't know if I can ever go back. In fact, I'm pretty sure that's what I've heard a decent amount of in the past in general, is that DCSS is so well loved in the community for dungeon crawlers just because of how many different quality of life features have been added over the years. Because they have done a great job of cutting out a lot of the tedium and very much making it just constant, balls to the wall, all gas, no brakes. Which is a great YouTube interview show. I guess Channel 5 now. But reload the spell, exactly. The real use for apportation. Sure, you can ninja runes or weird stuff like that, but you can use it to just quick reload a crossbow. So we've lost a few crossbow bolts. How many? I'm down to 200. I'm debating just leaving and trying this again. Okay. That orb is gonna kill me if it hits. Ouch. Yeah, I'm gonna leave. We're gonna try this one more time, shall we? Let the sickness get out of here. I guess that sickness is really bad for us because it disables our regeneration, which is a huge part of why we're so comfortable in the Abyss, is our regen amulet. And name last name, they did cut a lot of fun stuff though. Yeah, it's too bad if something that you were a huge fan of personally got cut, then obviously I feel sorry about that. For me, I am very fortunate to have loved all the changes and just kind of been along for the ride. But I can definitely see people having issues when they're their one mechanic that they were just a huge fan of. Like if you really like collecting all the different types of beans and pizzas that used to be around in the game, and that's where you pulled your fun from, that's completely fair. But yeah, I'm definitely lucky. I'm in a similar boat to you, 9th, where I personally very much enjoying the current crawl version. Where I draw the line is that I don't usually fool around too much in Trunk. I like some of the experimental stuff, but I like having the time to really sit with a version, see how I feel about it as a whole, get to explore a lot of the different little mechanics and whatnot available in each of the different versions. But yeah. Hey, Star Polemic, how's it going? Thanks for dropping on by today. Hope you're having a fantastic end to your weekend here. Always nice to see your beautiful name. Oh, right. Should probably switch over to poison resistance. Kind of forget that that's one of the few things that we don't actually have on this character innately. Unless then you just want control blink back. That's fair. Again, I fall into the lucky camp who never actually got to witness the true power of controlled blink. I never ran a character that had it castable when it was prevalent and at its most powerful. So in some regards, it's a shame because I missed that phase of the game where people were blinking or controlled blinking around Zot and just ninjaing the orb every which way. But yes, I don't have the regret from those days. Now, the other day you played 0.26 and manages easy mode. You should have her refer to it as such. Nice. That's how I get past my any issues I have with like current version or features that I really missed from before. Is I have my favorite versions all saved to my computer in the offline form, so if I so desire and want to relive the glory days, I'm very much able to, which is nice. Just play Feel It. That's definitely one way to crank difficulty in a way. It's kind of like an artificial difficulty crank after a certain point. Like if you're very experienced in the game, I feel like just reducing your health doesn't necessarily screw you quite as much as it originally used to. Point in case being the fact that our Spriggan is somehow even alive, even though I very much am lazy in my piloting on almost every character I play. I just have enough experience to kind of counterweight that, countershift it, at least the slightest bit, which is nice. Egley, you went back to 0.26 to get your D-Corp win. It was much easier. Nice, yeah. It's good use for it as well, for sure. I go back mostly to either, test out spells that I never got the chance to try out. Test out, I guess, features in general. Maybe would have been a better way to put that. Or because I still have certain characters that I never finished. The one that I almost mention every other week on this stream is, of course, the Forever Demon Spawn, who still lives back in 0.25, back when food was still around. And they've been exploring the dungeon for an eternity. Guess it's when food was around and when Zot Clock didn't exist. And so with that mix, they're allowed to just keep exploring the dungeon for all eternity. We're just going to cast Accio Ruin, no need for, or Accio Ruin, no need for blinking around. Ideally, that's the dream, right? Like to just snag it out of thin air if possible. Oh my gosh, those are a lot of Star-Cursed masses. Hello, friends. No, we need to focus down these sons of guns, please. Ignore the unseen horror. They're fine. They're totally fine. Just chill. Just chill. Oh gosh. Oh no. Oh me, oh my. Oh damn, they cut food? They did. Yeah, that was at the end of 0.25. Honestly, that's a change that, like, I think seemed on a surface level like it would be a huge change and potentially even a bad way to the game. Especially since it came at the same time as the Zot Clock being added, which is the new way of kind of preventing you from being too cheesy. Since if you spend too long doing absolutely nothing, you're just going to be mowed down. But I think at the end of the day, like after you've played through the version where they changed it a decent number of times, it's just good. Like, it just feels so nice not to have to constantly stop to check if you have enough food. You have enough food. Eat some food. Oh gosh, hungry again. Oh, can't cast that spell because unfortunately have to use my magic dart for the majority of the game. Otherwise I'll starve to death. All that kind of stuff got cut out. And I think that at the end of the day, the quality of life is just huge. And it's made it so much more just get on and go kind of style, which I've enjoyed. But I think that's not a very controversial stance. I think that's one of the few changes that was super, like, large in its ramifications that the majority of the community still agreed with, because it just made life so much easier. So yeah, the Zot Clock name last name is if you spend too long in specific areas of the dungeon without exploring new branches or finding new areas, you will just get cold on the spot. Like, you just get murdered, Zot finds you, tracks you down, and ends your existence. And that's what I meant by it kind of seems at first blush like that might just kind of suck, because what if you have a beautiful character that's just a little slow? But it is fairly generous. I've never run into an issue with it, and I'm a very, very slow player in general. Yeah, in order to stop too much like shout cheesing and stuff like that, that's what was added in. And yeah, I saw Ninth, you mentioned a bit ago that food was on the chopping block for like a decade, right? They kept trying to like cut parts of it when they got rid of the different like stackable foods. I mean, that's something I'd kind of miss for like pure flavor. I remember when I first started playing as a kid, like finding all the different like veggies around the map and trying to collect them, especially as a Spriggan, where like meat was cut off and it actually kind of made a difference. But I in no way feel like I want to go back. Let's make that abundantly clear. I like where we're at these days. It's a turn counter, yeah. Just you play DCSS 20 hours a week, and you have since the change was enacted, and you have never ever interacted with the Zot clock. Oh wow, that's a good selling point for sure. Because I felt a similar way, where yeah, I feel like I should have ran into it a few games. I think the closest I ever got was getting below 2,000 turns remaining, and even that only lasted but a brief moment kind of thing. So yeah, definitely not the be-all end-all that it seemed to be, or at least that the subreddit for the game was clamoring about when the change was first suggested. Also, this kind of sucks. Oh, I hate summoners. Hate summoners when you're not allowed javelins. Get over here. Okay, are you electric resistant? No, you're not. So I can continue using my crossbow. Or not. That's cool too. I'm slowly running out of bolts while I'm here. That's fine. Oh, did I have a shot? No. Have a shot. Take the shot. Take the shot. Here we go. Oh boy, geez Louise. Very frail. No. No. Not great. The few days between chunk removal and hunger removal were pretty bad though. People actually starved a lot in that period of time. Yeah, so my forever demon spawn that I was just mentioning moments ago follows Gozek. So yeah, they know all about the struggle that is not having access to chunks and having to deal with food. When I was briefly recalled earlier, crawling through the abyss as a source of food in order to gain rations, that's exactly what I was thinking about. Definitely makes it pretty tough. But I can imagine that there were some interesting runs on Trunk during that time, for sure. I need to get this sick status effect off of me as soon as possible. Should almost have that apportation thing on a hotkey by this point. I mean, it's not that hard to just ZA enter, ZA enter, ZA enter, but saves me a microcosm of time, right? No. No, 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 no. Stop that. Dang it. Ghoul, you're just kind of in the way. If you can't kill the Star Curse Master yourself, I'm going to be very upset with you. Oh my gosh. No, I know I just attacked someone else, but sir. Sir. Gosh darn it. The name you haven't played for like a year and you're still holding your dumb record? What's your record in the game? Is on one of the online servers? Okay, oh, there we go. Just have to step past my ghoul, make my life a little bit easier. But no, I always find myself coming back to the game. Most Draconians won. Oh, nice. Yeah, so you had a bit of a theme to your runs generally. Another one of our viewers, Railbird here, is the go-to human file elementalist. If you have any questions about the combo, definitely send them their way because they have the most experience, to say the least. Very much determined what we did with our human attempt just a while back here. But okay, finally, we get a gate down. Jeez Louise. At the risk that I might get teleported out of here, I'm going to learn statue form because I forgot to learn it before we came down. Memorization was interrupted. Get the heck out of town, please. Come on. There we go. Okay, just take us a few turns, 7 turns total here. There we go. Now, if you think you still have your combo high score for Ogre Delver, nice, nice. Rail, you have one question per rail? Why, dude? I don't know. I think I can totally understand it. I enjoy humans to a certain extent. Not as much as some of my favorite species in the game, but the other part of it, and I know that this applies to ninths, but I'm not sure for the rest of you, because not only are they always human fire elementalists, but always of Sif Muna, which I know is a bit of a contentious wizard deity choice, because some people love Sif Muna, others absolutely hate them. I know that ninth, you very much not a fan of Sif Muna from what I remember. Oh my gosh, it's right there. So these little green squares are what we're looking for. Human fire elementalist is fine, but Sif is rough. See, I thought there might be others in the audience who felt similar to ninth. It's a melee Sif god, it's just not a mage god. That's true, right, because I did see you recently playing through with Sif, and you made really nice use of Divine Exegesis on a character that didn't otherwise cast spells, which was cool. And Nameless mean you just go Dith on mages? That's something that I went through a little phase. It was like a week or two that I played Dith mages. I heard that they doubled up like their lower spells, or their like basic conjuration spells, and I thought that was awesome. So I did that for a bit, and it was a lot of fun. I should go back sometime and try it out once more. It's definitely enjoyable. But okay, time for us to make some noise here. As much as I might otherwise hate to do so. Switch to punk. Just to kill this gosh darn star. Get out. Get out of my house. There we go. Definitely need to pick up the sling bullets. Probably should pick up the bolts. I'm gonna run out eventually. Then I'm just crawling through. There are more melee. I mean, I saw the bee combs, I saw the honeycomb, but still, no. You just go on with Dith on most characters, to be honest. Nice, that's awesome. Okay, only 24 health. I should be able to kill you quickly. The only issue is most of our undodgeable stuff makes a lot of noise as well. At least I'm wearing my poison resistance this time, so that's a boon from the last time we were here. Okay, let's see. 69% chance to hit you. If I switch to my crossbow, it's 72. I just don't want to take too many smites. Yeah. Got smited there, but we gained enough experience to lose a lot of our temporary mutations, so that's nice. That's great. When do I resort to extraneous circumstances? I guess Wand of Acid isn't that loud. And it's not as crucial as it once was. It's still our only piercing damage, which makes me want to keep it for like Dread Liches or other summoners in Zot. But it might be nice just to smack down these two because we have Punk here. We're just going to reiterate that Punk would have been the perfect weapon for your name submission, Dirty Fairy. Would have been absolutely incredible. See, that's the only issue with taking your name as the namesake, Safid, is I knew, writing it down, that the name you would actually come up with for your character would have been way more fun than what I was going through with here. But they can't all be zingers. Specifically because sometimes I have to make up names at the start of a stream. Abyssal Rune? No, not the bullet. I want to port this, please. Thanks. There we have it. Okay, we've picked up the rune. Now we just have to survive. So that's something. Thrashing Horror is a bit of a pain in the butt. But shouldn't be too bad. You are resistant to electricity. Oh, okay. That makes sense why that wasn't working out so well earlier. Let's use Punk a bit. Are you mulching all my sling bullets though, sir? Please don't. Please no. Okay, do we want to keep fighting this and hope that we spring a portal in the middle of this structure? Or should I start getting the heck out of here? I think we will stay here. We know that we've at least reduced some of the danger, as it were. So I think it's worth a shot. Just kill off this son of a gun. Then you. And then ideally we'll get a moment of healing here to just collect. Beauty. Gib, gib, gib. Thank you kindly. Pick these up. Also, oh my gosh, there are bodies lined everywhere. I'll take. Oh, probably not my smartest move. Probably could have played this a little bit more cautiously. But I got excited when I saw bodies around. Those 10 malmutations, most of them are. We have a couple. We have... Wait, did we? I swear we had 2 permanents. Did someone... Oh, no, this. Magical capacity is already at minus 10%. I think that's permanent, and this is just worse off because of the temporary, but... No, just that and the rot mutation, fortunately. Real weird when you first started, you read all the god summaries and chose Sifmuna because she had no prejudices in terms of good or evil use of magic. You wanted to create a build of human fire elementalists that would win consistently. Nice, so that was like your first blush, what I think will be good moving forward. And you've stuck with it since then, so you must have made a decent call right off the rip, hey? At least for your personal playstyle, since I do feel like that obviously plays such a huge role in games like this. Your own playstyle and how that affects your ability to succeed in the future. World Binder, get the heck out of here. We didn't have Snake in this run, and I didn't intend to. I swear one of these days a portal is going to open up to take us out of here. But why male models? That's a movie I haven't seen in a hot minute. It has been a while. To the point where I can't even like properly reference it, which sucks, because in my day-to-day life, I make references, not to Zoolander necessarily, but in general, reference humor is pretty highly ranked up there. Drives my wife crazy because she does not have a memory that's good for specifically remembering like pop culture references. But the first one that comes to mind is the spoon story, of course. Because we've all been there, where you catch an errant reflection, and you just think, I am just ridiculously good looking. And that's how it all starts.